Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday. The month is it's Thursday, May 22nd. Goodness, it's like on these days I don't work. I just completely lose track of like what day it is, the date, what's going on, everything like that. It's a problem. But if you watched my full day of eating video that I posted yesterday, that was filmed the day before, which was, I don't know, what's today, Thursday, so filmed on Tuesday, posted on Wednesday. You're kind of up to date on what my life will be like soon. So obviously in prep, tomorrow's 4 weeks out. Gonna be working a lot, just kind of, for one, having a lot of money like that makes things nice and makes life easier. And for two, with prep, I personally tend to do a lot better being on the go, not being so hungry all the time. Well, I mean, I am hungry all the time, but being distracted from the hunger all the time. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys with me today, just show you kind of what it's like, what I do on these days in prep when I'm off work. So today is a day where I'm off work. Typically what I do, I get up. First thing I do, obviously go to the bathroom, weigh myself. Then right after that, I get out the tripod and I take my check-in photos for my coach, send those over to him, do some posing practice, all that good stuff. And then immediately after that, I take my fat burner, throw down some water, and then I get changed and ready to go for the day. So the way that I do it on these days, again, after all that stuff, I go knock out my fasted cardio. Right now I'm doing 35 minutes fasted with a 5-minute cool down, and I do that on the Stairmaster, typically between level 6 to 8, but like I'll start out on level 6 for like a minute, then I'll switch to level 7 until like 5 minutes, but my heart rate never really gets going. So after that I'll switch to level 8, and usually I'll stick between there. Sometimes I go up to level 9. More recently it's been level 9, just because I get a lot more out of that. I can get my heart rate up, things like that. And then once I hit that 35-minute mark, I bump it down to level 7. Then I go for a minute, bump it down to level 6, and just bump it down, kind of doing that cool down process for that 5 minutes. Then after that, I'm doing abs 4 days a week right now. Sometimes I do it a little bit more, but not like full blown. I'll just throw in some extra work. I'll typically do hanging leg raises. I do like 4 or 5 sets of that, as many as possible. Rope cable crunches is another good one. And then Russian twists and planks. Those are typically the 4 that I rotate between. See how this handles the turn. This is my first time recording in the car, so pretty good. But yeah, that's typically my morning routine there. If I don't have abs, I just do cardio. And then regardless, once I'm done with my fasted work, I will eat my first meal, change my outfit, drink my pre-workout, and just kind of, answer any messages, DM, social media stuff that I got going on, or any client messages that I have going on during that time period. It takes about, 30 minutes or so, 45 at the max. And then I typically stay at the gym. I'll go to the Y and do that, and then I jump into my workout. So into my workout today is back at calves. So I'm actually going to record a little bit of that for you guys, throw that in here as well. Then once I finish that workout, then I eat my cream of rice and protein powder. Post-workout, by the way, guys, that Evogen Ice Jack that I got the other day, the cookies and cream flavor, oh my goodness. If you guys throw that in some cream of rice, I'm telling you, it's like a sweet treat, but it's like, I kind of have to eat it fast. Like, not fast, but like, to not make something out of it, you know what I mean? That's what I was telling Victoria yesterday. It's like, if I sit there and I'm like slowly eating it and enjoying every bite, it's like, oh, when it's gone, I'm so mad. But like, if I can eat it a little bit quicker and not make something out of it, I still enjoy it because it's incredible. But not like too much to where I'm like just mad that it's gone. So yeah, I cannot wait till prep's over. I'm trying to enjoy every day and the whole process and everything, because it is really cool, you know, seeing the changes every day and every week, and you know, getting really shredded and everything like that. But this off season is going to be a little bit different depending on what happens with the show. You know, obviously I fully expect to get my pro card at this show. I'm very confident in that and the plan we have in place and where we're at, and the package that I'll be bringing to stage. So I'm fully confident in that. But after that, you know, like I said, once I get the pro card, I have my first pro show that same day. We'll see kind of how we stack up to guys at that. My goal, you know, is first call outs, obviously. If I can do that, incredible. You know, that'd be an incredible debut, but we'll see what happens. And I mean, whoever wins that show gets qualified for the Olympia, so that'd probably be the craziest debut of all time. But I'm one that says, you know, never say never. Obviously that's very ambitious, but I'm gonna shoot for the stars. You know, if you're not shooting for the stars, then you know, you can never achieve it if you don't have that goal and that mindset. So, but yeah, so back to the cream of rice. I eat that after my workout, and then, you know, I don't have any problems with it because it's such a small amount. Like you saw in the full day of eating, I'm only eating 40 grams cream of rice post workout. So that mixed with 2 scoops of protein, it goes down really easy, digests super well, super fast, and I don't have any problems with it. So I can hop on the treadmill and do my cardio right after that, which my post-workout cardio is 45 minutes incline treadmill with a 5-minute cool down. So I typically go 15% incline, which is the max incline, and I typically start at 3.5 speed, but it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't get my heart rate up high enough, so I'll do 15 with 4.0 speed and grind that out for the 45 minutes and then do my 5-minute cool down. But yeah, if you guys have any movie suggestions or anything like that for the cardio sessions, let me know. Currently I've just been watching bodybuilding documentaries and things like that, and I love those, and it's really interesting. So yeah, that is what the typical day is like. And then after that, I go home, you know, shower, change. By that time, I eat my next meal about an hour and a half after, you know, the one before. So get that down, and then, you know, just go about the rest of the day, really just trying to find ways to stay busy and you know, get away from the hunger. Because if you watch the full day of eating, you saw my explore page right now is all food. The food is haunting me right now. So just trying to avoid the hunger, avoid thinking about the exhaustion. Believe it or not, the more that I work and I'm doing stuff and I'm busy, the better. So these days kind of suck a little bit, but again, just get it done back to back to back, workout, cardio, and then go home and figure something else out to do. Tonight I actually have to go, like, again, if you watched that full day of eating, it's talking about the job situation. I'm going to be waiting tables a few nights a week at Roosters, so I have to go do this thing today over there. So that'll help give me something to kind of drive around and do, and then basically it's just stay busy till my wife gets home and figure out what we want to do tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna go in here. Just got to Planet Fitness. I'm gonna go in here and bust out my cardio, 35 on the stairs with a 5-minute cool down, and then come back out. I'll run over, eat my food, and then I'll run over to the Power Shack. That's where I've been training from time to time. Typically when I do these like 3 days, I just go to the Y because it's easy. I can take everything in with me. I don't have to come back out to my car or drive anywhere. Plus, at the time I've been doing it, right now it's 10:19. I've typically been pushing back my training a little bit so I can keep my meals like 2 hours apart on these days. Again, it just makes it easier with the hunger, but I'm also drinking about 1.5 gallons of water a day right now, so that kind of helps a little bit too. But yeah, I'm gonna go bust out this cardio. I'll come back out here and see you guys after this for meal number 1, which is actually meal number 3. It's my pre-workout meal. But yeah, wish me luck. Alright, what's up you guys? So the fasted cardio is done. I'm just chilling here in the parking lot, but it is time for my pre-workout meal. So got my baggie of goodies, just my vitamins and things that I take every day. And then same pre-workout meal that I've been posting, same one from the full day of eating. It's 150 grams jasmine rice, 5 grams macadamia nut oil, and then 6 ounces of 99.1 lean ground turkey. So, yeah, with like I've said before, I take the Evo Log. It's just a glucose disposal agent, so it's going to help with digestion, glucose optimization, muscle volume, transport those carbs where they need to go. So those things, these are awesome if you guys don't take them, especially for higher carb meals. But like, you know, I take it year round because I want to utilize those the best that I can, the carbohydrates that I am taking in. And then, like I said before as well, I just try to optimize my digestion as best as possible. So I take Evozyme, it's a digestive enzymes digest aid with all of my meals. The Evolog actually has a little bit of the Evozyme formula in it already, but I just take them both. Code Luke10 on these guys, Evogen's website. They also have a Memorial Day sale going on right now, so crazy sale going on Evogen's website. So go check that out. Use code Luke10. Again, try the cookies and cream, Isoject as well, or the Fruity Pebbles, either one. Any of their flavors, honestly, are amazing, but those are my top 2. And throw that in some cream of rice. Promise you won't disappoint. Healthy treat. Can't go wrong with that. So, yeah, cardio overall, not too bad. I mean, let's see what the watch says. Again, you can't trust, your watch truly for your calories. But it says in that, 40-minute period, I burned 670 calories, got 4,249 steps in. So again, it's not, Apple Watch isn't fully accurate. I just like to kind of have a relative idea, but yeah. So for the workout today, like I mentioned earlier, we got back and calves on the menu. You might be thinking, what the heck? Who trains back and calves on the same day? So once you get into the level of bodybuilding that I'm kind of approaching with being close to being a pro here, you got to be very specific with your training. So my training split right now is a 3 on 1 off split. So I'll do 3 days, then 1 rest day, and then 3 days, and then 1 rest day. So it's been working the best for me. It worked very well in the off season. Then I carried it over into prep, just switched things up a little bit. But yeah, so my day 1 would be back and biceps. I do biceps first, especially with having 2 back days. I do biceps first, also because arms are like my biggest weak point. So I make sure to prioritize my biceps on those days. So sometimes I'll do it a little bit different depending on availability of machines and stuff at the gym. I'll do 2 bicep movements and then go into back, and then do 2 more bicep movements, 1 or 2 at the end. Usually a superset if I do 2, but yeah, I like to train those first. And then chest, so I also hit chest twice a week. I hit everything twice a week except legs really right now, because only reason is because I'm in prep and I'm in men's physique, so I have to prioritize, what's going to win me a show. My legs will help. I feel like I have solid legs, and I trained when I was doing this split in the off season. I had a hamstring day, or a glute and hamstring day, quad and calf day. Split them up like that. But in prep, again, I got to prioritize what I really need, and that's the way I do it. So day 2 is chest and triceps. Again, this one I do 2 triceps first, then go into chest, and then 2 triceps at the end. Day 3 is legs, so I do everything: glutes, hamstrings, quads, calves, and then rest on that 4th day there. And then day 5, I do it's a full-on arm day, so tris and bis both. I always start with triceps there because triceps have always been a weaker point for me, but now I guess they're both relatively close, but still I feel like my triceps need to come up the most. Right now, obviously, there's no muscle building going on 4 weeks out from a show, but just carry that through and just make the most out of it. Right now with the training, it's intensity is still pretty decent, and I'll tell you why. I honestly believe this. Uprising Ascend, these soft gels, they've been saving my life. My mood, my motivation, my energy in the gym, my ability to just keep pushing through these, mental, physical plateaus. I'm not sponsored by these guys either. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but man, if they offered me one, I would jump at it, because this company is changing my life. This product is changing my life. This prep, I hit such a hard wall. I mean, I didn't know if I could keep going, to be honest with you. It was such a hard wall, this prep, but I kept pushing and kept pushing every day. And then, with starting work and everything, I'm like, I need to find something that's going to help me, or working 6 days a week, I'm like, I need something that's going to help me get through those days. So I tried that. One of my days off like this, and man, it just did light years for my training. The intensity was great. Strength was better. Still wasn't great because I'm not eating much, but it was a lot better. And everything was, my mood, my motivation, my drive, my just overall passion for life was back again, and it has helped me tremendously. So if you guys want to check these out, again, I don't have a discount code or a sponsorship with them, but I know, guys like, Brett Wilkin and I don't know if Martin's with them or not, Martin Fitzwater or any of them, but there is some, you can just go to a popular bodybuilders page, and I'm sure they're probably sponsored by them, and you could find a discount code there. So, but yeah, and then day 5, like I said, is that arm day. Day 6 is today, it's back and calves. So I'll start with the calf movement, go into back, and then I'll finish with one more calf movement. And then the last training day there is going to be shoulders and chest, so kind of my second push day. I also do shoulders on the chest and triceps day, so I have 2 push days really. So one's a chest and tris focused, and then one is a shoulders focused with a little bit of chest. So on that chest and tris focused, I really just throw in one set of, or not one set, but one movement, which is dumbbell lateral raises typically, or the Arsenal Strength lateral raise standing machine, one of those 2. And then on the shoulders and chest day, again, focus on chest, but I have a fly movement and a press movement, typically an incline press, because everybody needs more upper chest. So that's my split, and then I'll rest again, and it's helped me with recovery. It's helped me with performance. It's been a great split for me. Again, I know it's very, sometimes, I remember back before I got actually into bodybuilding, I heard splits like that, and I was like, why would you train those things on the same day? It's kind of weird, but it makes sense to me now, and if you ever get into bodybuilding or get more into it, it'll probably make sense to you as well. So I am starving. I'm going to get this pre-workout meal down, and then get in there and get after some back and calves. So I'm going to record the workout, but I might take this in. Not sure how much battery the camera has, but I might take my next meal in and eat that in there as well. If not, I'll come out to the car. But see you after the workout. day and calf day is complete. But plans have changed. So I am headed home to eat, shower, and change. Ooh, that is my favorite car right now. It's a ZL1 Camaro 1LE. I would love to have one of those. That's why I'm working 6 days a week and trying to get my pro card in bodybuilding. So hopefully I'll have one of those soon, but also hopefully this camera stays on long enough for me to do this video. But yeah, so back in calves is done. Normally, like I said, I would eat my post-workout meal at the gym and then just do my cardio right after that. And then depending on what gym I'm at, I would get in the sauna. But today, my manager at Roosters, like I said, I'm gonna be waiting tables a few days a week, make some extra money because bodybuilding is expensive and I have student loan debt and I just want to make a lot of money. It gets me out of the house, makes good money, I enjoy it. So headed home, shower, change, drive up to meet my manager and come up with a schedule plan that works for both of us. And then later tonight, the wife and I will go to the Y and do cardio in the sauna together. So, you know, gotta kind of roll with the punches sometimes, but not a big deal. Still works out well. And it's probably more ideal to do it that way anyways, but I just like to do the little 3-a-day back-to-back thing. So yeah, overall, you'll see in the video, it was a really good back workout. I'm pretty beat down, as I would be at this point in prep anyways, but rest periods were shortened because of having to, you know, leave and go up there sooner than I thought, so didn't really get to take the most adequate amount of rest, but at the end of the day, still had a very good workout. I'm very pleased with it. Yeah. Alright, what's up guys? So, like I said earlier after the gym, I went home, had an appointment to get to, saw shower, change, all that stuff, went up to that, ate my post-workout meal. I've had one meal since then, or no, 2 more meals since then. Now I'm headed to do that cardio that I didn't get to do post-workout. So normally I'd go, you know, fasted cardio, eat, gym, eat, post-workout cardio. But today I didn't get to because I was in a rush, so now we're headed back to do the cardio. So we got 40 minutes on the treadmill, 5-minute cool down, and then if the sauna's still open after that, we'll hop in the sauna for, you know, 15 to 30, just depends on what time's looking like, and maybe some posing, so we'll see, but probably just do that at home. But yeah, so yeah, that'll be it. This will conclude the video too, so I'm gonna do another one tomorrow. I'm planning on doing that because next week I will be very busy if I'm working 6 days a week, so I'll try to get 1 training video and probably 1 full day of eating video. And then if there's anything you guys want to see, please drop it in the comments below and just let me know what you guys want to see, or if you have any questions, anything like that, please ask away. Other than that, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the channel, helps me, you know, grow the channel so I can keep bringing you guys more videos and grow my social media and things like that. Code Luke10, Evogen products. Anything else? Nope. Thanks for watching. See you next time.